I know IVSA has been sick for 2 days now, so it got better of her, and that's why she's not here now. Since I'm the president of this association, I think the best way to go forward is that I will just share it. So I just wanted to ask if there's any objections, somebody disagrees with it, or somebody has a question regarding it, if it's perfectly fine. Okay, thank you very much. Just to make a note as well, we didn't want to leave Lisa alone, and that's why Beth is not here, because Beth is taking care of it. So that's why two of them are not here. I think that's important. So first on our agenda today is roll call of organizations, and that is on the next.
Hello. For this roll call, I would like you to say thank you also for your amazing work and your internet language. And responsibility and second one.
Tak OC for jeres fantastiske arbejde.
Could we ask for the OC to come here, maybe?
Yes.
It's all about this.
So we are calling our host here, because that's nice idea, I agree, that they're here to do it. Also, can you come with your gun? Okay, so we will start again the roll call.
IVSA Denmark,
Tak OC for jeres fantastiske arbejde.
IVSA Germany, IVSA Ghana, IVSA India, IVSA Indonesia, IVSA Ireland, IVSA Ireland, IVSA Italy,
Grazie mille OC per il vostro fantastico lavoro.
IVSA Indonesia,
Terima kasih OC atas usaha Anda.
IVSA Morocco,
Syukran OC.
IVSA Nepal,
धन्यवाद OC सिम्पोजियममा धेरै राम्रो राम्रो काम गर्यो.
IVSA Peru,
Gracias OC por el invite.
IVSA Philippines,
Salamat OC sa inyong nakakahanggang serbisyo.
IVSA Poland,
Dziękujemy OC za waszą wspaniałą pracę.
IVSA Portugal, IVSA Slovenia,
Hvala OC za čudovito delo.
IVSA Slovakia,
Za vaše fantastične prace.
IVSA South Korea, IVSA Sweden, IVSA Taiwan,
OC 谢谢你们，辛苦了。
IVSA Thailand,
OC 让我们了。 ตัวพวกเราค่ะ
IVSA Turkey, IVSA Turkey, IVSA USA. We have 50%, so we have one.
Okay, thank you, Lucy. Thank you very much. Okay, we are moving on to our next agenda point, and that is nominations for 74th IVSA Symposium, that's 2 years away. Are there any nominations? Seeing none, the nominations are now closed and will be open during our next event, the next Congress in February. So we are moving on to Q1 onwards. Our next agenda point is financial report of 2022-2023. And this is going to be presented by our past president. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Okay, just so until we figure it out, and not to spend our time for nothing, I would like to table topic 16.6 financial report 2022. No, the chair would like to entertain a motion to table the topic 16.6 financial report 2022-2023.
Council Fernandez, IVSA USA, page number 47, I so move.
Is there any discussion regarding this? Any objections? Seeing none, we are moving to the next topic, and that is public relations coordinator update, and that is our first.
Valeria Chavez, IVSA Expo, page number 88. Hello, everyone. The PR team, actually. So, as you know, a couple of days ago, I was designated as public relations coordinator. And I will give you an update of the work that I've been doing during these past 2 months that I've been part of this team.
What a privilege that I can originally see this.
It's lovely. The latest event, IVSA Expo, being number 88. This is my team. I want to thank them all. Two of them are here today, and one is the OC president, so I'm extremely proud of her. So thank you, Lorena, Ellie, Chavda, and Anjani. I will just present this way because it's not loading. Sorry. What do we do as a public relations team? We focus on four main things. Number one, the IVSA branding, and we achieve this through the elaboration of logos, templates, banners, etc. Also, we are in charge of spreading IVSA information, and we do that through publications, manuals, presentations, and booklets. IVSA trainings in collaboration with SCOCA. Susan, thank you. We do workshops, guidelines, and collaborations. And we are also in charge of managing the IVSA platforms, like social media and the website management. For the IVSA branding, we have been working really hard this term. We have created new original logos and templates for social media. Also working in collaboration with Zoo and her amazing team creating new network logos. You can see that they all are very similar now, and that is important for the IVSA brand. We have new Equine Network and Wild Exotic Animals Network logos. And we have been also working on templates and interactive guidelines for national committees and networks. Regarding IVSA information, we are working on the bulletin, and we have redesigned it according to the IVSA brand so that everything can be more uniform and beautiful. We have changed the platform. We will no longer use MailChimp, and now we will be able to find the bulletin on FluUp, which is the members portal. So stay tuned for this edition. We are also in charge of creating IVSA presentations. You have seen this before, the IVSA presentation that was shown during the first GA, also a shorter version for meetings with sponsors and external public. And we have also created an Exchange 101, which is a presentation regarding how to do it. Regarding IVSA information, booklets in collaboration with the ERO team. We designed them according to the IVSA brand as well. We created a sponsored booklet for IVSA and community partnership booklets, and also the alumni network partnership booklet. And something very important that we have been doing are IVSA trainings. We did two of them, one for the officials team and another for general public, and both of them were in collaboration with the Standing Committee of Career Attributes, which was really fun. Our members engaged, and we had a very cool time teaching them more about Canva, which is a very interesting tool we can use to design and improve the way we present our information. And we also had a little workshop on how to design, tips, and guidelines with Vanya and Tanya from SCOCA. And now, for the IVSA platform, social media engagement is something that I've been working really hard on. And how? Through IVSA Reels, you can find them on our Instagram page and also Facebook. We have done collaborative posts with the MOD account, DAD account, and also with the communities and networks. And we actually have created a new section called Communities and Networks Corner, which will be available very soon, so stay tuned for that. And also to engage our members a little bit more, since we are young people, we like posting stories. So we have created the My IVSA Story series. We already posted two of them. One is My IVSA Memory, and another one, My IVSA Bucket List. And we also work on the website management, so you can go to IVSA.org and find everything we have updated. It's really cool. You can go to the Community Network section and find new information. And other projects that are smaller, but also very important, are the official t-shirts that we are wearing today. That was a task of my team. We included the 7 years logo, so it's a very special edition, and we were also in charge of the design. We also take care of elaborating certificates, creating meeting backgrounds for meeting with external public. We also created the business cards for the officials, and we are creating online business as well. Thank you to my secretary for helping with that. And we have also created PR forms to make to create an easier way to communicate with our officials and for them to request graphics for social media and also to have all their information there. And another project that is super be working on that starting in February. It's the IVSA journal. We will have a new open call so that all of our members will have the chance to submit their information and it will be open throughout the term. I want to say thank you to the PR team and to all the officials for their continued support. It has been a challenge to be the PRC this term, and I'm really, really thankful for everything they have done for me. And also thank you, delegates, for your attention.
Thank you, Maria. Are there any questions? Seeing none, thank you for the presentation. We are moving on to the next topic, which is 16.8, Development Aid Director Update.
IVSA is Expo, beginning 20. Sorry, I've lost my voice as well. Is this fine for everyone? This is my wonderful team. That is Lorena. She's the secretary between PRC and DAD. And this is Gosia from Poland. She is just DAD secretary. We are working together on our projects and they will be wonderful and very helpful. They're super eager to learn the work as well. We have donor box. The first thing I'd like to bring up, as you guys have been seeing the progress of this event, with month sales and auction sales, donor box has been an important tool that the DAD uses now. We started using it last term during Denmark. It allows us to have a domain content on the IVSA website, as well as integrates different payment platforms, as you guys all know. This is a social media post that we put up on daily social media, and is a guide on how one box works. Next one, IVSA Evidencia and more fun. This is a last term project which continued into this term because the second edition was finished their projects in this term. IVSA Evidencia is one of our partners that donated funds to the DF, and where we created a project to have them fund any event that they could create, out of which the second edition of this project was done by IVSA Malawi. They submitted the reports, feedbacks, and photographic and video reports as well. The next DAD update is the VISAVA books. This is a very interesting one. In 2019, pre-COVID, VISAVA, the British non-annual veterinary associations, donated veterinary books to the IVSA DF. They were originally intended to be shipped to IVSA most developing countries. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we could not send them out, as well as the MOs that were selected to receive them, the customs charges are too high to send the books there, because we have close to 600 kilos of books. So we have been looking for options on what to do with them since then. They are currently stored in the UK. In collaboration with the Osaka Foundation, we have been working on them to be transported to Web Books for Africa. The books are currently packed and waiting to be picked up by the shipping company. Next one, the Be Kind Award. The Be Kind Award is an annual project for the DAD. It used to be a small project. We have improved it this term to be more inclusive, to have more opportunities available for members, where it's a term of competition that we run in the Peru Congress. Both an MO and individual winner to be announced. This opportunity will help build a strong and basic community by promoting kindness and compassion. The most important part of the Be Kind Award is the raising of funds, either for the DF or for your local non-government organizations, non-profits, etc. The deadline to participate is July, as we will be announcing the results at the you guys can see that the link in the post is also available on the social media, and the link has the form and the attachment describing the rules and regulations of the vegan. The social media campaign, this is a new thing that we're undertaking this term, since the DAV social media has not been very updated in the past terms. Last terms, DAV and the DAV team, which is Hazard scheme, did a lot of work with social media, and slowly improved it, getting new members joined on it, having more regular posts. We're doing the same things as well, and we'll be highlighting previous terms, DAV projects as a way to improve the DAV social media. IVSA merchandise. This is something you guys all know. Charlotte. Yeah, and one last thing. The upcoming DAD projects include the membership fee fund, the DAD scholarship, and yeah, that's it. Thank you. Any questions?
Are there any questions? Thank you, Ayush. Okay. So, moving on to the next report, and that is our External Relations Officer update. So, Ms. Isolera.
Hello, I'm Salvatore, IVSA Expo, beginning number 6. So, welcome to this. I have an overall idea of what we have done, what we want to do in the future, and what basically were our struggles and the solutions we found. So, up until now, our achievements are regarding new sponsors and partners. We signed an MOU between IVSA and ATHSN, which is National Public Health Student Network, which is a partner of us. And then we signed an MOU between SSA Region and Royal Canin successfully. The one between Wildlife Exotic Network and European Wildlife Fund, which was a past term project. And finally, the one between IVSA Asia and Global. Regarding the internal structure, we worked a lot for improving it. We created an IVSA master file that contains all the partners and sponsors of IVSA, all divided between global one, regional one, and communities one. And also, all of this is linked to quick master file, let's say, which reminds us of when the MOUs are signed. So we kind of organize this in order for all the other expositions to be able to have an overall idea always and a journey. Sponsors and partner workspace on ClickUp is what I just mentioned. That is linked to the IVSA master file as a project. We created 3 MOU templates. One is for global sponsors or partners. Another one is for communities and networks, and another one for regions. We worked on the Euro manual, which is basically the document that I'm hoping to send you very, very soon, or end up paying to the delegates drive. That is basically a text that can support the presentation that I uploaded regarding the Euro workshop. So it's always part of the training that we want to give you guys. We updated the sponsorship booklet together with the PRC team, as what I always mentioned before. And finally, I think this is the most important achievement of our term until now. We updated IVSA global tiers. So we decided to propose new amounts of money for our sponsorship packages to our sponsors because they were kind of outdated, and also we were not moving them from quite a long time. So yeah, we decided to buy all Expo, and that's been sent to our sponsors. That's a very recent achievements, so I will keep you updated on that. And then lastly, as I did the training for Admirals and local chapter, the Euro team has done Euro trainings for officials. So every chair, regional rep, we did together with their external relation manager and gone through a training process of one-on-one meetings. Okay, what's in progress? What we are working currently on? An MOU between IVSA and ADE, which is Animal Disaster Education, is a partner and is a platform. Basically, it's a partner that would provide us a platform for educational purposes regarding animal disaster. So basically, how to handle the situation of like natural disaster, I don't know, volcano, earthquake, tsunami, whatever. And then potential collaboration with food surgery. We are still in the process of talking with them. They proposed a partnership. Food surgery has been approached by with FIBA Congress. So yeah, that's a goal. We are in the process of renewing IVSA Europe and MENA ProPad MOU. This is kind of not in progress, like it's almost done. The student competition with Pune Institute, with the MLD team. We are coordinating with the members of IVSA India through Timo, our MLD. He's very active about it, up until now. The Euro workshop and the Euro manual for MOs is not in progress, is done because. And finally, the renewal of the IVSA for IVSA MOU, which is the partner that basically the DAD was mentioning like 2 years ago. What are our future goals for this term? Because we still have a lot to do. Regarding the partners and sponsors, we would like to approach non-vet-related sponsors, such as, for example, I don't know, randomly, KitKat or Mars, Nike or whatever, just to get some non-financial support on their side for things that we actually use daily in IVSA or for our events, especially conferences and symposium. We are currently in talking and meeting with Solaris, which is a sponsor that I approached during the Basava Congress in Lisbon. And it has been going very well up until now. The Solaris contact person has also provided us with a lot of contacts of people from IVSA Oceania, let's call it like that, even if we don't have IVSA Oceania currently. And we are meeting in WBC soon in February. So we're ready at our meeting set. Then there is IVSA, as was mentioned by the Ecology Network report. We are in the process of talking with them and trying to request a meeting, but it's very hard to find time for them. Well, then Alicura, they've been changing their board, so at the beginning there was kind of a problem with the change of board because the contact person was not replying to us anymore because he was not working for Alicura anymore, but finally we got a new contact person and we are in the process of developing a part cost terms also, so it's kind of more of a renewal. Finally, travel grants, the DAD team, and also the events inclusivity proposal in the person of Ajar, the chair, also plus DAD, so that even makes more sense. We've been working on a formal proposal for travel grants by, writing and stating clearly what would be our idea of a travel grant, and we will soon send it to sponsor to see if they're interested in it. By the way, this was suggested by one of our current sponsors, SIVA, so I took it seriously, let's say. Finally, the Erasmus Plus grant, which is a big project of IVSA in which we're working like several people together. It's not just the Europe team. Actually, all of the officials will have to work on it because it's basically an application for a big grant registered in Europe. the point is that being such a big grant, even amount-wise, if we're talking about thousand of euros, the application is very hard and it requires a lot of specific detail, budget and ideas and projects. So we are in the process of working in it, but we still haven't been accepted as a registered organization. We haven't been recognized and certified by the national agency. That's hard because offices are not always open, they don't reply, they don't answer the phone. So we're dealing with it. And then new projects. Oh, I'm sorry. I just put travel grants and Erasmus Plus grant on both sides. That was supposed to be, of course, just on new projects. So new partner sponsor, of course, we're not having travel grants and Erasmus Plus grant as partner as a sponsor. It was between projects. I'm so sorry. Struggles that we've been facing, communication engagement within the team. That's normal, especially at the beginning. It's very hard to find a balance. Inexperience, because not only my team but all the officials were some of them were very inexperienced regarding external relations, so we really have to work on it. One huge problem has been the lack of manuals, templates, and guidelines. That's why we work a lot on internal structure to improve it and lead to the next Euro maybe easier way. And finally, time zones, because as we have seen, my team is composed by European, but also member from Asia. So even finding the time to have a simple Euro team meeting has been hard. What are the solutions that we found? Okay, teamwork, first of all. We always work in teams. We know everything. Everyone is aware. And so the communication has to be really good. The environment in which we work has to be positive, not judging, not chasing people to do their job. It's more like, do you feel like doing this? And also it's very important for me to delegate tasks, otherwise I go crazy, basically. So I learned a lot by working in such a small, but at the same time complex team to deal with. Of course, we established clear procedures and provided templates to all the officials, so that has helped us a lot to avoid problems. And the communication is so guided that it's really hard to make mistakes. And then training sessions to avoid, of course, problems with sponsors and partners. So everything has to go through the Euro team, and that saves us a lot of problems. And finally, team meetings along with one-on-one meetings. So I've had several one-on-one meetings and several team meetings. Thank you for your attention.
Are there any questions? Okay, seeing none. You can always go and ask your questions after the meeting. All excellent questions. Okay, we are moving on to the next topic, which is attended events. First one is the Summer Congress, and that is me. Together with you. So, sorry you cannot see them better. Yeah, this is us, and I will explain now why there were more officials there. So, what did we do? I was part of one of the panel discussions about intergenerational problems and the future of veterinary medicine there. We met with Corina, which was very good because they are our line sponsor, and this event was in the beginning of the term. So, as you know, to take over from one term to the other, it's always good to have this meeting as soon as possible. We are right now in talks with the SAWA because we are redoing whole our members being part of their working groups. We are in talks of around 9 to 11, still not completely sure because each chair of each committee needs to approve it. We also have different talks with them on how we could collaborate with their working groups because they are bringing on the table a lot of guidelines, and we thought like this would be a very good opportunity for us to collaborate, spread the word about guidelines, help members learn something. In the future, there is a possible collaborating because we are kind of finding there. Besides that, we had a talk with the Sava Foundation. Just to explain, the Sava Foundation is not the same thing as the Sava. They are kind of something like our VAB. And thankfully that we did have this talk because they did help us and they're helping us a lot with the Sava books already mentioned that we are trying to get to like for Africa. We then had a Kava meeting because there were some miscommunications in the past, and therefore we established the translation project that was mentioned in the Europe report. And it is an ongoing project, and I'm very happy that we managed to strengthen our partnership. We also met with Vetstream regarding some potential collaborations in the future. In general, our ERO Savannah had some talks with sponsors, one of them being Zoetis. So hopefully in the future something good will come out of that. We had volunteer program. There were 50 of our members there. They were run by Anya, our president. And that's why, as you've seen, there were some other officials there because they were there as volunteers, which was also very nice moment for us to get together again. And finally, what we did is we were part of spreading the word and kind of grading the travel grant. It's actually a scholarship from Pekama and IVSA Indonesia to fund Congress, but since it was a joint collaboration with Sport and with Sava as well. So this is me at the panel discussion. These are the authorities of travel grant. One of them being Susanna, which was very good for my budget because I had my ER over there, and we didn't need to use the whole budget of IVSA for it. So this is it. Are there any questions? Okay, thank you. Okay, but there is more. So moving on to the next topic, which is FIBA General Assembly and FIBA Congress. This is something I'm very happy for and very proud of. I just figured out that I'm not introducing myself. IVSA Expo, meeting number 10, I'm sorry. So FIBA GA, first general information. It happened on 11th of October 2023 in Warsaw, Poland, and it actually started our partnership. The thing is that we did have some talks with FIBA during the past term, and happily it was very good. So they invited us to attend their General Assembly this time. It wasn't expected, so this is a part of our unexpected travel. However, they were very generous, so they did cover all the accommodation expenses and food expenses. I guess it was only the travel expense, which coming from Croatia was not that high, thankfully. And what did we do? So the first one is we established that we will have 4 students in their 4 working groups, so 1 per group. Unfortunately, this one was only open for European students because however, we did talk about the another working group that we are going to open until the end of this term, and this is the one that is going to be run by students, and 1 person from their board will sit in this working group. And in this working group, we I really wanted that we do have an opportunity for members from all over the world. They agreed. They said, unfortunately, more students should be from Europe because they want to have somebody attend their general assemblies in the future. But we are including all of the regions in it, which is very good. And there is another thing, which is basically scholarship in baking. which I got an email 2 days ago about that it's going very well. What they wanted to do, and I already mentioned this during my report, is provide scholarships for students to do their internships in equine clinics. And that's it. Are there any questions? Seeing none, we are moving on to the next topic, which is at the General Assembly. Okay, so at the General Assembly was attended by Timo and I. It was taking place on 17th and 18th of November 2023 in Brussels, Belgium. How it works is that the first day they have meetings with their different sections, which we were a part of, and then the second day they have General Assembly. This time we were I was attending EVERY, which is the educational committee, so to say, and Timo was attending VVP, which is veterinary practitioners. However, we did talk with the third section, which is veterinary hygienist, so basically public health, and there is a high chance that during the next year at the event, General Assembly will have 3 representatives there, and they will help us financially, like they're supporting us now, because they really appreciate our input. We are working very closely with them, and we are having new collaborations all the time. I would say our partnership is really good. So what did we do? During our separate section meetings, each one of us had their own presentation about IVSA and what did we do in the past year, because they were following up kind of on it. Besides that, I was a part of one of their panel discussions regarding our view, like students' view on One Health. Very good discussion, but this is like an ongoing discussion. And then we discussed future collaboration on how we can do even more. So we were here in talks of doing one of the infographics with them regarding veterinary profession, and what we want to do is put both of our logos and put we're coming together to show that we are united in this aspect. And that's basically it. Are there any questions? Okay, moving on to our next topic, which is World Food Forum, and that is Susanna.
Sono sabato IVSA Expo, meeting number 6. Okay, the event was held in Rome from the 16th of October to the 20th of October. I attended almost every day apart from one because I fell inside the building and I was in pain. It was located inside the FAO headquarters in Rome, and it was the very first time that IVSA was attending this event. I was supposed to attend with Martha, the co-chair, but unfortunately last year she had to cancel, so I attended myself. The theme of the event was Agri-Food System Transformation Accelerates Climate Action. So the Working Forum, just to give you an insight, was a project launched in 2021, is an independent food-led global network of partners facilitated by FAO. and it aims to spark a global movement that empowers young people everywhere to actively shape a food system to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, and better food future for all. So these are some pictures of the event. The event was really crowded, it was really big. And actively at the same time, there were 3 events going on: the World Food Forum, flagship event, and then the indigenous of all the world like gathering together. And so it was really messy. But yes, this was that was the entrance after like each second song, and it was the food that they were giving us. Because during the Congress, indigenous people would cook for all the activities of the event. What was there for IVSA? Unfortunately, it was very hard, as I was saying, to event to stakeholders because there was a very, very high security level, so you could not just approach people randomly. There was no exhibition booth, so the only exhibition hall was entirely FAO dedicated. They were only partners and no sponsors, so I had to really like look at them from the badge. A wide range of themes was discussed. So from food to agriculture, and some of them were not even close to veterinary medicine. The building was huge, and when I say huge, I mean very huge, like 5 floors, and every floor there were like 30 lectures at the same time, simultaneously. So it was really hard to just follow what you wanted to follow. And in general, what I realized and what we have been discussing with the co-chair and the president in other meetings later on, it was that we realized there is a lack of involvement of the veterinary community inside these One Health related organizations. So the only thing that I could attend that was properly like veterinary related, let's say, it was a workshop hosted by WWF, which was regarding basically how to improve our vegetarian or vegan diet and how food we switch from animal, like omnivorous diet to vegan vegetarian diet, which was good because I could express, the veterinary point of view regarding some of the things that were mentioned during the workshop. So that was the only thing that I found interesting. Thank you for your attention.
Any questions for Susanna? Okay, we are moving on. The next on the agenda is inaugural plenary assembly of the AMR multi-stakeholder partnership platform. This is a very long. Okay. This one is also going to be presented by me, even though I was not the one who attended it. It was actually our One Health chair, Magda, from Italy. So it happened, as you can see, on 15th and 16th of November in FAO headquarters in Rome. Just to explain what it is, because it is, for me, it was very complicated to understand it. I know people, some of the members struggle with it. So this is part of a set of global governance structures on AMR, and it aims to catalyze a global movement for action against AMR by fostering cooperation between a diverse range of stakeholders at all levels across the One Health spectrum. And it is facilitated by a public tripartite. So basically, we applied to be a part of this platform last term, and we needed to submit a lot of documents, and we got it in, and now we are working on it. So this is just briefly how it works. So we have our organization, and then there are different action groups that we can be a part of. And then these action groups all meet together at this plenary meeting to discuss it and how to move forward with it. Of course, there is always the support and the guidance of what we work on, and basically everybody can be a part of it. There are different professors, there are different organizations who are part of it, and with whom we can, as IVSA, collaborate. So the inaugural plenary assembly, during the assembly, members had time to had an opportunity to convene for the first time, since since the platform actually started. There were different discussions, collaborations, and initiatives to see how to move on with the platform, because it is a very, very young platform. The meeting also, it was also first meeting of the steering committee and presentation of the initial action proposal. Because prior to this meeting, we, on the platform, it's online, you just are part of it. There were different proposals submitted for different action groups, and we basically were discussing which one fits for us, which one we could be a part of. We could have also had a proposal for our own action group, but since it's a very new thing, we just decided that we're going to see what fits best for us. So we have joined the action group on veterinary education because it made sense to us. Recently the group has been approved because after it was discussed and everything during the plenary meeting, it was submitted and it had to be approved. And then after it has been approved, there has been an inaugural meeting to formalize the group and its leadership, plans, and process. It happened yesterday, but I still didn't have time to discuss it with our one health chair, so unfortunately no update on this part. And thank you for your attention, and this is a key message from my have a great symposium. Is there any questions?
And the support tool by number 74 would like to add action group.
I didn't understand your question. If you mean as a person, like who else from a person or who else from a...
To clarify, I mentioned, you mentioned like an action group that now we belong. There are other organizations belonging to the group of veterinary education.
Yes, there are other groups, but since it was recently approved, I don't have the full final list. But if you're interested, you can always either contact me or one of the chair. I would definitely recommend you to ask her. Also, if you want to have more information, you can send this to our code like that made. If it's not convenient now, I can share it later or share it in the group. Anybody else? Seeing none. And moving on to the next topic agenda, APHSN Public Health Service Summit. And this is an update I'm going to give. There is no presentation because I just wanted that we report about it last weekend, and our chairs didn't, the representatives who attended it didn't have time to make it, but I thought that it would be good to update you now and then bring it again for transparency wise. Also, because we did have some obstacles with this event. So the event was originally supposed to happen during from 29th of November to 1st of December. However, there were different issues that from APHSN side arrived, because just to explain it, this is basically their event. They just wanted us to be a part of it. They asked for three representatives of IVSA who would then be a part of their organizing committee just to help them out. And these three representatives were supposed to attend it in person in Kenya. However, they did, like face some obstacles, and then they decided to move the event for a later date. First, they moved it until for the end of December, but then again, they had other problems, and then they reached out and decided it was going to be on 17 and 18 of January. Just to clarify, from IVSA reaching our MOU, where we then wanted to terminate it. However, talking to the representatives that were a part of the organizing community groups, that they felt like they spent so much time into organizing it that they would not feel good if they did not attend it, that it would terminate it for the future, for like immediately. So in the end, it was happening on 17 and 18. We had our SSA regional representative, we had past One Health chair, and that was not able because of the symposium. And basically that's it. So is there any question regarding this? Okay, seeing none, if you have any other questions later on, you can always ask me. Next on the agenda is bylaw amendment 11.1.1 MOUs. That is, oh,
You mentioned several times that you were invited, the version that you were invited, although
point of order. We are talking about, like, since we moved on to the next point, can we go back to the last point? Or even though we introduced the point, I'm just asking for the minutes.
After Granada, I say Italy, reading number 64. So she raised her hand before the chair moved to the next point, but the chair didn't receive the question. So if the question is about the last point, then yes. If it's about one of the previous points that was already closed and finished up, then it's our problem.
Design of the Portugal with the MPC. So for example, general not all the and the question is, did we also seek this other events? Or we are getting events that we are invited to in certain or also for teams that we think that is relevant and should be present? Are we seeking with them events that we are not being invited?
I don't know if I got your question correctly, but I will try to answer it. I thought that your question is if this kind of behavior happened for the other events. Is that the question?
Just reply to the question.
Zagazambadoye, yes, activity number 6. Yes, we go to events that we seek, and if we see that there is an opportunity and the president or World Expo approves the attendance of an official to an event that we think is relevant for IVSA to be present, we go. So it's both in events in which we are invited and also events in which we're not invited and we decide to go. Like for example, the World Food Forum. The co-chair realized that it was a good opportunity. We all agreed that it was a good opportunity, and I was sent there. Hope that answered the previous speaker question.
Okay, before moving on, is there any other question? Seeing none, as as I said, always important. And, so moving on to next point, which is development 1.1 annual duties, and then is PMO.
Model like the expo meeting number 8. I did ask Parliament for this GA guys, so I hope that everyone can listen and hear it. It was proposed by myself and Vanda, and it's regarding the duties of MOs. So in our bylaws, the MOs at the moment have 8 duties, and I would like to add 2 extra duties. I will go through the Susanna.
Can you just zoom out a little bit? Yeah, thank you.
I would just like to remind you that this bylaw amendment is also in the delegates drive. So if also you have access to the email, to the Wi-Fi, you can check it there because you can understand it is small. Is it better now? Okay.
Okay, lovely. Thank you. So like the expo number 8. So at the moment, the MOs have 8 duties, and I would like to add 2 duties to them. And the most important one being the EO meeting. So in the past, we've seen that the EO meeting is not in the duties. One everyone was presented, which makes me really happy. But it's not all MOs were presented during the EO meetings. And I think that for I can speak for everyone who were there at the EO meeting, it's a really important meeting to meet with other MOs to hear their side, how they handle situations and give some tips. So that's why we're bringing this bylaw, and it's quite important for us and also for MOs to learn new things during those meetings. So that's one part of the bylaw amendment, and then the second duty would be regarding the one-on-one meetings. So last year, when Vanda was in MOD, she started one-on-one meetings with the regional reps and different MOs. And this term we continued that because we see a great improvement also in the MOs, thanks to having those one-on-one meetings. So the MOs meet with the regional reps and ask them questions, and it's very beneficial for the MOs themselves. So that's why I would like to add those 2 duties to the bylaw amendment. So this was the initial one. As you can see, the MOs have 8 duties. From the 8 duties, the 2 first ones are important regarding the activeness of an MO. But as you can see, I'm adding point 3 and point 4 to the amendment. And if you check it here, it's not if the MO doesn't follow the duties, it will not be inactive, but it's just to have it in the bylaws as we, as officials, find it extremely important, and then we think it's extremely important that those one-on-one meetings and those EO meetings are well presented and are taking place. So that's why I'm adding to the duties, but not to on the reason if an MO is active or inactive. So I move to amend the following. So 3 point, I have at least 1 delegate from a member organization, preferably the EO or president, attend the EO meeting held in the Congress and Symposia. Given that there is a delegate attend the General Assembly, and 4 point, I may attend one-on-one meeting with the respective regional representative.
Are there any questions? Is there any discussion regarding? Oh, I need to repeat it. The motion on the floor is that we previous speaker, moved to amend the following, so. Okay, now, is there any discussion? Any objections? Seeing none, the bylaw has passed. Okay. The chair would like to entertain a motion to go into a 10-minute recess.
Management IVSA Slovenia, bidding number 61 and so.
Is there any discussion? Any objections? Seeing none, we are going into 10-minute recess.
So I'm not able to run here, and we are like by carrying mic. Just come to the Peru and enjoy the Congress like we are doing in Symposium. Although I won't be attending, but yeah, if you love my energy and if you want to get connected with me, just follow me on Instagram. We can be friends. Thank you. Bye. I forgot to say another thing. Not there is the form opening for call for social media manager. So if you are interested in graphic designs and other steps related to social media handling, so you can apply.